Just a man on a mission, ambition to never fail. Personality electric, he is animated male. Intelligent and wise, calm and often cool. Chris James giving opinions while also speaking the truth. Empathy and compassion. Stephen Michael is here, helping you through your traumas, helping you with your fears. These three forces combine and keep it honest. Turn up the volume, cause this is the application of knowledge.
Welcome to the Application of Knowledge podcast. I am Animated Male. Chris James is here. Stephen Michael is here. And we are on episode 112. Peaches and cream.
Oh my! I knew something was coming, but I wasn't sure what.
You thought it was gonna rhyme.
I thought you were. I was trying to think of what rhymed with 12.
Well, rhyme with 12. It ain't Christmas, but we got some honey dip to short it's an elf. Put them on a shelf.
Hey, somebody said that last video, they said that they missed us arguing with each other in the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
Do we argue at the beginning of the videos a lot?
No, not necessarily argue, but just our banter.
Because last week you started... the one that said they were supposed to give me some cash app. I never got it.
Yeah. That made see... Like when Chris talking about that bullshit, they wonder what's going on with you.
They do.
They can't. They actually fucking care about that shit.
They do. Chris, don't listen to Chris.
I'm not.
Chris
I'm the one who...
I'm disconnected.
Chris be disconnected.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
He don't read the comments.
I don't read the comments. I don't look at the numbers. I don't know anything. Yeah.
Not about what niggas want to hear us about. But
what?
Did y'all hear about that dude who I think it was in Dallas? I'm not sure if it was in Dallas, but I know he's at a Whataburger. And like some girls was critiquing his outfit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with the blue, the
he was like that,
the polo,
New Balance.
He said, "I ain't fresh."
I thought he looked fine.
Yeah, I thought he looked fine as well. Not
I mean, because you come from an era where they used to wear that.
You can't say that someone's outfit looks fine.
I didn't say his outfit looked fine. I said he looked fine, so I had to pause that.
He looked. There was nothing wrong with.
If I say, "Yo,"
you said he was fine.
Yeah, so I had to pause that.
You
I say, "Nah,
made it." You said that they were critiquing his outfit.
Nigga always, nigga, this is what pause does.
You were critiquing his outfit.
Yeah.
I said I think he looked fine.
Yeah, and I said I think he looks fine too. Pause.
Why? But I'm saying there was no reason for it.
Because he called him fine, and that's gay.
Fine.
He looked fine. He looked okay. There was it was acceptable. Fine when we use fine in that way, it's slang. We talk regular English here.
This nigga is trying to.
Nah, because it wasn't. There was nothing. I hate that shit.
You hate it.
I do because
it be having me weak.
Because it. Now there are some times where certain things are said that may be okay, right? Watch things back and I'm like, okay, I can see that, right? But saying, "Nah, man, I think you look fine." Yeah. You're not saying, "Oh, yeah, you look fine," right? You're just saying, "I think you look acceptable." Was that what I should say next time?
No, he didn't pause you. He paused himself.
Yeah,
and the fact that you can't figure that out after all this time.
No, it's the fact that we both said the same thing.
No, you did not say the same thing. You said, "I think he looks fine." Mel said, "He is fine."
I didn't hear him say he is fine. But even if...
Yeah, but yeah, I thought his outfit was cool.
That's what's up.
But he ended up getting like a deal
with New Balance.
Not New Balance, but LRG.
Okay.
LRG.
Yeah, and they actually
company.
They made.
Yeah, I know
since it's gone viral. They actually made a shirt on it. It looks pretty slick, and it says "I ain't fresh" on it. Well, a question mark and all that stuff, and so like the sales that he gets from that will go 50% to him and 50% to the company.
That's lit.
Just off the shirt. Mm-hmm. I like here, bro. Chris, you were talking about that show earlier, right? About the balloon popping show. There was another guy that was on there. I don't watch the show. I just see the clips. So you probably have seen this, but it was a clip of just the guy. And the title was like, all the women pop their balloon on this guy, and come to find out he's a professional athlete. And of course, he's got money, he's tall, he's in shape, but they all popped on him pretty much at the beginning, just like they always do. And they went through this process where they were all popping balloons. Like, y'all are so superficial.
So they popped the balloon because they don't like the guy's appearance?
It's the appearance. Because he doesn't even get a chance to talk.
You can pop a balloon at any time. From the time he walks in You can pop the balloon. I saw one time where actually they allowed them to get a balloon back because they did it again.
They do that.
They did it again to another guy. Come to find out, he was like, he just finished like his lawyer school.
The young guy with the swag.
Yeah.
Man, he got a silver tongue.
I mean, he had his stuff together. But just from the beginning, they all pop. And then now they're going through and they're like, oh, this dude's actually dope. Like, why would y'all do that?
Meanwhile, on the other side of the spectrum, you got the dude that's completely fresh. Maybe he's in a 3-piece, and he's an absolute bum. Mm-hmm. But because he looks the part, y'all don't pop your balloon.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to because he look good and smell good. It's like that show shows you the problem.
Yep.
So if they don't pop the balloon, will they eventually go out on a date or something like that?
They if the guy likes him or if the girl likes him, because they do it on both ways. But they will eventually get to the end where it's 2 people, and then they can determine, all right, well, you want to go on a date? But what they do is, let's say you walk out and there's 8 girls or whatever. Boom, boom, you'll get pops. They go to the people that pop their balloons first and be like, "Why'd you pop your balloon?" Okay, and then they start giving the guy a chance to start asking questions, and then now they can start having a dialogue, and then
that's the one good thing about the show is they do allow the dude to talk. So like, a girl will pop a balloon on a dude. Why you pop it? His shoes are dusty. Then the girl will ask the dude like, "Would you date this girl?" And he can either say yes or no. So he'll get an opportunity to get his lick back. From what I've seen, most of the dudes just keep it a buck. Mm-hmm. There's always them, ones that'll be like, "Oh, she said I was dusty, you dusty." But
because I've seen a few of them when they be roasting each other.
Yeah, they're definitely
it's just you're getting your feelings hurt. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Would y'all go on this? I know you probably go on that shit because you was going to go on an actual.
I did go on it. What you mean?
Yeah, just in a different way.
No, I went on. Was it Love at First Sight?
Love at First Sight. Yeah, I think it was.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, no. There's no reason.
I mean, if you were single.
Yeah. I mean, even if I wasn't, I probably still would not. I don't think that for me personally, the amount of criticism
that makes sense.
It just there's no upside to it for me.
That makes sense.
Just especially because I know that how popular it is. I don't have that in my eyes. I don't have that first look appeal where someone sees me for the first time and they're like, "Oh my God, this is my husband." You know what I mean? I do better as I kind of get to know people. You start to get to know me, then I really kind of like warm up to women.
That's an interesting opinion.
It's this opinion of myself.
Yeah, and only you have that. No one else can possibly have that, especially if they've never met you before. That's I've never even thought about that.
Really? Like with me personally, or just in general?
No, in general.
Well, I think it's just because of my history with my wellness journey. I overthink a lot about my own personal self, how I'm viewed. I think that Mel would do good on the show.
You would do good on the show. You need you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh.
What are you talking about? Now, I understand why you don't want to be on the show because the backlash is going to be vicious.
I wouldn't care.
Mel wouldn't care.
I just laugh.
Mel would care the least. I would care, but not as much as you care. But I would do it for the exposure. I'm all about exposure.
And getting that money. Because I'm sure they get you money. Well, at least I know the show that you was going to go on.
Yeah, but this show's different, Mel. This is lore. This is
internet.
Like Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah, you were on a TV show.
I was on a TV show.
Did y'all know that Chris was on a TV show?
I was on there too.
Were you? Were you?
Yeah. They interviewed me, nigga. They liked me, cuz.
But did you make it? Did you have
Kristen
camera time?
Yeah. But Kristen shaved his beard, so we didn't go.
Wait, I'm sorry. For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
So what happened? Wait, what happened? Why didn't you get?
Well, Chris was the guy, but you know how they have the friend go on to give like questions.
Oh, so you didn't get picked. You were a +1.
Yeah, I wasn't on it to go on like a reality show
because you made it seem like you were the guy.
Yeah, and he definitely was like, "Yeah, we didn't make it." You know what I'm saying?
We didn't make it.
Yeah, you. I mean, you played that.
He would have been on the show if I made it.
Show.
You should.
But the thing is, motherfuckers like me though. I had everyone in that bitch laughing.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
If Chris would have shaved his beard, we would have been on that
so
bitch.
they want you to shave. They want you to shave your beard.
Bro, it was the weirdest thing.
Like just bring it down or actually cut it off.
Bald.
Why?
I guess it's that that American look.
I mean, even if even if you bring it down and just keep it dark like Mel's, I mean, you could have. They wanted it gone.
Go look at Married at First Sight season 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
None of the men
All
have
of them
any
have
facial hair.
Yeah, but women like beards.
I don't know what to tell you, Steven. What I think is, it's just their goal is to emasculate men. It's like very subtle, but it's, you know what I mean? Because like if you think about the military, it's that bald cut plus a clean shave, and they make up every excuse why you have to do it. I think it's an emasculation thing.
I wouldn't have cut it.
I didn't, bro. You listen, and at that time. AHA wasn't AHA?
And you weren't paid. You weren't paid at this point yet.
No, they didn't pay me yet.
Yeah. So why would I? I'm not cutting my beard. Pay me.
Well, the thing is, you'll get you on the show. You cut your beard, we'll get you on the show. You'll get paid.
Was that 100%?
No, they weren't asking me to like cut it in real time. They were asking me if I would be willing to cut my beard, and I'm like, no. And the thing is, so you go to 3 judges. Are you familiar with the show?
No.
So, it's Married at First Sight.
Right. Okay. I mean, I know the general.
So you literally marry this girl. You meet her at the altar. You marry her, or whatever.
So do they basically just match make you, or is it just? It's not random, right?
There's 3 judges that match make you. So they're going to talk to you. They're going to get to know you. They're going to match you, and then you're going to get married, and then you have your honeymoon like that weekend.
Which is one of the reasons why they had me up there to give a good description of the type of woman that he wants.
Mel could do that very well.
And I kept it 100. I was like, yo.
No big.
Yo, we got to be a sister. She can't be a big girl. She got to have a nice shape, decent height, not too short. Give her some height, Authentic hair, looks good without makeup and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, we can't find one from. But
and you're in Dallas, you should be able to find that.
It should be able to find anywhere. So the 3 judges interview you for the process of selecting you for the show because they want to make sure that you got chemistry with everybody, which makes sense. And then of course they want some deviance stuff. They want to make sure they can spice
what you like to do in your free time.
So the first interview I did, there was a pastor, a black pastor, a sexologist, and then there's another guy. I don't remember the other judge. And
a sexologist.
Yes. So
with that,
you don't know what a sexologist is?
A sexologist? I mean, all I know is I hear sex. I mean, I don't.
Professional sex.
They know
expert.
about the body. I guess they know about love. I guess.
We're guessing.
If it's a dating show.
You're doing all right. We're gonna look up sex out. Man, this is.
I mean, you can continue, and I'll just.
So the first judge, I knock it completely out the park. They just love me, right? Of course, I got a silver tongue. I know what to say. They did use some of my footage for the actual, right? And then at the end, they were like, okay, so we see here that you are willing to cut your beard. You said you are willing to cut your beard. And I was like, I never said that. Oh, okay, someone said that you are willing to cut your beard. I was like, no one's ever even asked me that. This is the first time I'm hearing about this. And
it's like a sales technique or something.
They were like, okay. I go to the next one. Literally the same thing. All right, so you're willing to cut your beard, right? What?
Why is this such a big thing?
Bro, every judge, it was the same process. The judges don't talk in between. It's like 100 people there. So they do their thing. They have their notes. They take their notes. Boom, boom, boom. They all asked me to cut my beard. Every single one of them. And at the end, I said no 3 times. And I was in the hallway talking to one of the other guys. And we were just having a conversation about it. Like, I don't think he had a beard, but there was something about him they was asking. And so we had that conversation. He said he was in like TV at some point, maybe news or something. And he was like, yeah, man, they want a certain look. It is what it is. And I was like, okay. So then I went back and I looked at all the other dudes on every other season. I was like, that's right. They really don't have beards. I mean, they might have like a 5 o'clock shadow at some point in the show or something. Maybe they grow it out a little bit later. But yeah, they really was like, nah, no beards for these dudes. It was weird.
That is very weird because women like beards.
It's not about that.
Right. But that's the problem. It's why would you not? I'm not saying, hey, you gotta grow one, but if you have one and that's your look, let your look be your look.
My beard was good enough for their promo.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Sexologist is they're in the field of human sexuality. Sexologists are experts who have specialized training and expertise to better the lives of those they work with. They do research on their clients' sexual behaviors, feelings, and interactions, and help them resolve any conflicts they may have with their sexual history.
Sounds like one of them what are they called? Them degrees that you get when you just can't figure out what you want to do.
Yeah, they study sexual.
You just want to just be a sexologist. No shade, because I'm sure there's people out there that, you know, but I think that someone who is maybe a therapist or someone who does life coaching could probably help with those type of things. I mean,
shit, you trying to be a sexologist?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, I find that to be
perverted.
It's not. I'm not. No shade. It's not my thing. I don't really like getting into certain things, and I think that has to do with just something around my morals as a child growing up in a really Christian house. I'm not saying that we shouldn't talk about sex to children, and you know, just in our conversation. I think that's important, but I get I don't know. I get a little weird about it. I've had women ask me to do like boudoir shoots for them.
Boudoir?
Boudoirs, lingerie shoots, photo shoots.
Say that?
Right? Why don't you say
Because they're called boudoir.
How you spell that?
BUDOIR. BODO. Boudoir.
Is it like
I think it's Boudoir. I think it's BUDOIR.
That sounds like a French stripper.
I think it is French.
Boudoir. She gonna put that. She gonna put that boudoir on me. You know
You don't know how to spell it.
I can spell it. Nigga, I sound that bitch out.
That's what I just did. I could be wrong though.
Boudoir.
Y'all do realize sounding out doesn't work.
That says butt door.
See?
Wow.
Even Google don't know.
Butt door?
Boudoir.
Boudoir.
It's French, so you gotta put an accent on it.
Nigga, I don't think you said BUDOR?
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah, but it's a lingerie shoot. You wouldn't do a lingerie shoot?
It's weird for me.
Why? You think you'd just get an erection or something?
No, not at all.
Or it's just because, nigga, if I was a professional, nigga, I wouldn't care as long as I'm doing my job.
It's BOUDOIR.
Oh, you spelled that totally wrong.
No, I didn't. I wasn't. I spelled it wrong. Not totally wrong. I said BUDOIR.
What's the difference between spelling it wrong?
Steve totally wrong.
Speller growing up.
I should have been. I should have put BOU. I just said BU.
Teacher.
Everything else is right.
So it was totally wrong.
It was wrong, not totally wrong.
A woman's dressing room, bedroom, or private sitting room.
Yeah, that would be. So yeah, for me, like, and I've done. I did a photo shoot for a woman, and she's a musical artist, and she had like 5 different changes, and the last one she changed into lingerie, and I just was like, this wasn't part of our discussion, and I just felt awkward.
Did you mention it? Like,
no, I did the shoot. I'm a professional, but
you kept it a buck. Okay.
yeah, I still did the shoot, but I think that honestly, in my head I have a level of respect for women, and I'm not saying that doing that type of shoot is disrespectful, but it's something that I have inside of myself where if she's getting changed or if she's in lingerie, it's just like I feel like I shouldn't be looking.
Take a peek, man, and make you feel better.
I mean, I
have a little gander.
I do, you know, when my girl wears lingerie for me, I look, but it was.
That's
I don't know.
Interesting. So,
it's something from my past or something. But
yeah, for sure. Well, your mom, you know, she's not, you know,
what?
She's like that with sex.
It's your mom too.
What's your point?
Who?
You have 2.
I don't understand your point.
No, he's talking about our mother.
My mom.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not my mom. That's my dad's mom.
I don't know why he said it like that. Because usually when he says your mom, he's talking about our stepmom.
That's what I was talking.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Right.
So then so you thought the same thing. So it was
yeah,
weird
but he
the way
doesn't know the
said it.
context.
So it was weird the way he said
It's
it.
not weird because you know who I'm talking about. You knew
not
exactly
at first.
what I was talking about.
No, I didn't.
You know. There's 2 people that it could be.
I had to think
Hold
about
on. Can I finish my statement?
Here we go.
There's 2 people it could be. One has an issue with talking about sex. One doesn't. So which one could that? Ooh, process of elimination.
I wonder why people have problems talking about sex.
Because the Christian church demonized it. It demonizes sex. It demonizes intimacy. It demonizes you wearing a short dress. Like it demonizes things related to the female
but
form.
It's like without sex, population wouldn't even be here.
Well, the funny thing about it is they all do it. They all did it out of wedlock. They all do it on the side. Pastors be having mistresses. They like what they see when they see these girls wear this and that. But in your face, they'll demonize it.
So in church, it's uncommon to speak about it in a positive way.
I just think that it's really. I think that may be a good way to say
Yeah,
that.
that's a good way. To
I've never been in church where I heard them talk about sex positively,
Yeah.
or something that is beneficial, or even
Healthy.
safe sex or anything like that. It's always just don't do it until you're married. Or when they talk about it, they talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, where Lot's wife turned around when God was destroying Sodom and Gomorrah, and he turned into a pillar of salt, right? Because Sodom and Gomorrah was a city where it was basically like Vegas. Just think of it that way. It was like Vegas, and in Bible days, God destroyed it, and the only righteous
on steroids.
the only righteous man that God was able to find in the city was Saul, and he was like, if you find me, I don't know the exact story. 3 righteous men, I'll save the city. Couldn't find 3. He said, God said, find me 2. Couldn't find 2. He said, find me 1. Couldn't find 1. So God said, I'll save you and your family, but don't look back. And Saul's wife turned around, looked back, turned into a pillar of salt.
And
That's the
then
story.
later on in the story, because his daughters thought that the whole world was ending, they drugged him and tried to sleep with him, or did sleep with him. I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know that part.
Oh.
Wait, Saul, his daughters?
Mm-hmm.
All this is in the Bible?
Little sluts. Bro, the Bible is not what we think it is.
This shit sound like a movie.
Mel,
Yeah.
you'd have to read it. It's not anything that you think.
It's a lot of pages, man.
Bro, it's a lot of pages.
A lot of words.
All you ever hear, is Proverbs 3:1 wife and all this other stuff.
Corinthians.
Just all you hear is the fun
Psalms.
Bro, they want to sit here and they talk about, oh, God is just, he's all loving and all merciful and he da-da-da-da. And then you look at the hypocrisy of those statements and they say, oh, it was the Old Testament. He was a different God. But then the Bible also said that God is never changing. He's the same from the beginning to the end. So which is he? Right? And if he is all good, well, then why would he destroy an entire city? It didn't say that nature destroyed it. It said God destroyed it. All those people.
Not only did he destroy that city, he's destroyed entire nations of people. Like, it's not.
I mean, you look at Noah's Ark, the flood, and he destroyed the world. And then now New Testament, now we have a rainbow, which signifies I'll never destroy the earth again by flood.
Do y'all think Noah's Ark actually happened? Like,
Yes.
In real life?
I think that a lot of stuff in the Bible happened, but it's not the way that we think it happened.
Do y'all think they got all the animals all into one little boat?
I've been watching.
Big boat, not little boat.
I've been watching a lot of I've been watching Billy, so I don't know what to believe now.
Oh, Billy Carson.
See,
Yeah.
the thing is, Billy is so well studied and he's so confident, and he, the way he talks, he will disintegrate any other ideas you have, but he can't know it all.
Yeah,
He has to be wrong about something.
I'm not saying that he's right about that,
Right.
But I think that there's enough credence to the things that he says that have you question what you think. So now let me say this: was there Noah's Ark in the sense of the story that we are told? I think that there's no way to verify that. What are the pieces that we do know? Was there a flood? Yes. That's 100% correct. That is not just in the Bible. You can see it in the earth, and it is in every single religion across the world, and even non-religious texts.
So a big ass flood happened.
That was a real thing. Did one man and his family round up the millions of species, the the plants, did that happen and put them all in a singular boat? Bro, we have an infinite number of animals. I don't see that happening. It just doesn't. I don't care how big this boat is. You went across the world, like,
and how cooperative with the animals,
dude. I mean, think about a
lion,
hippopotamus, lions, cheetahs. I mean, all of the reptiles, the snakes.
How did you manage them for 40 days and 40 nights, or whatever the flood was for, with your family?
You're saying, oh, the boat was that big. Well, God just he just made everybody calm. All the animals were calm and peaceful. And they did what they. I mean, just you go to a zoo and you look at the sheer amount of animals. Like, bro, they had no space. It doesn't logistically make sense.
I'll say this. So I do 100% believe the flood happened. Which, when you said Noah's Ark, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking too.
The tides are rising now, and we've seen cities underwater. There's a lot of cities underwater. All the man-made lakes apparently have copper-colored cities under there, so they were trying to hide those cities. As the age changes of the earth, the tide seems to rise, and human beings have to shift to other locations, and that might actually better explain what it is versus the sky opening up and raining for 40 days or whatever it was. But the sun, it seems like the sun and the terrain, it shifts. Like when you look at one of the old maps, you see the area that we think is the whole world is only like one area of the map, but it's where the sun is. And it's like, as it gets colder or as the tide changes, humans move with the sun. So
just like we talked about Antarctica, right? And if you look at old maps, I think it's called the Pais map, something like that. And when you look at that map, it was from like the 1500s or something, and they depict that map with having trees and vegetation. And so Antarctica was not always this frozen tundra, right? And then they were just like, well, how did they have all of these plotted out? Because they accurately plotted latitude, longitude, but that didn't become a thing until like the 1700s or whatever it was, right? So it really shows us that we have lost technology, which we already know this, and then we have refound it again. But because we refound it, we say that that's the first time it became available. No, it was available before, or it was different, right? It's also we're saying there's nothing new under the sun. So what you're saying about tides and how things shift over time, I think that's true. Because you even look at Atlantis and the lost city of Atlantis, it's real. It's underwater. And I've never even thought about the waters rising that would cause a flood. And yes, while it could rain, but the amount of rain that it would take to raise our Earth's water levels. I mean, they would have to rain around the world. It just seems so astronomical. It would make more sense that something would happen inside of the Earth that would push more water to the surface.
If I'm not mistaken in that story, I believe water came from underneath as well.
In Noah's Ark?
I believe so.
I've never heard that.
I could be wrong.
It rained.
I could be wrong, but there is water underneath us as well. So if the water springs up from underneath the earth and it rains, I could see it flooding. It don't take much to flood.
The whole world?
Yeah, I mean, what is the whole world? You know what I'm saying? Like
Texas floods easy.
Texas floods very easy.
Well, we're also low. We're low.
Yeah, it don't take much. It don't take much to flood us.
Okay.
The known world is very small. Like, forget the globe and all that. You got to get rid of that. The known world is we don't know how big the earth is.
Okay.
But we know how big the land that we have, and it's not that big. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying now. Because when you said we don't know how big the world is, just to be clear, we really don't know what's underneath of us and all that's under there, because people still think that there's molten lava in the center of our Earth, and we can drill from America to China
to get to the other side.
Well, because they believe in the heliocentric model, and it's like, bro, that's fantasy. It's just cartoons and make believe. There's nothing tangible about that. Oh, we can see pictures. Pictures can be doctored and altered, and they are. Every single picture that they have of the Earth or outer space or any of this stuff they try to teach us in school has been doctored. Show me a real photograph of any of this stuff that you claim is real. So it's like people believe in stuff because that's what they were indoctrinated to believe. I told a story about an elephant. I don't think it was on this podcast, but I think it was for one of our challenges. You know, the reason why you can get an elephant and tame them and tie them to a stake in the ground when they're this big, ginormous thing is because as a baby elephant, or whatever a baby elephant's called, they tie this baby elephant to this stake and the baby tries to get away and it can't. So it's trained to now know that when that stake is in the ground, it can't get away, even though it's a ginormous elephant that could push over a car or a building. And that's exactly what's happening to human beings. And it's funny because people think that could never happen to me. It happens to you all of the time. It's already happened to you.
Yeah.
In some form or fashion, some way.
Yeah.
Like we all have something that holds us back.
I mean, literally, perfect example. We just talked about it when I said that I don't think I'd ever go on that show because of how I view myself based upon my experiences in life. But you two are a bit like, bro, I don't see why. If anything, you should go, right? Like, so it's just it's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think that I think we all have some sort of trauma. You know what I mean, that we need to deal with.
You trying to say I'm not dealing with my traumas?
You're you know, I'm not saying you're not. Are you? Are you not dealing with your traumas?
No, I am.
All right, then.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily need to be. I mean, I guess it could be trauma.
It's 100% trauma.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's something that's even though I wouldn't do that.
PTSD. What's PTSD?
It's trauma.
Yeah, man. But do you think that the people in New York are traumatized because of the earthquake that just recently happened? Because
they never get earthquakes, do they?
No.
Yeah, they talk about the solar eclipse.
Yeah, it's 100. I think 140 years. They said New York New Jersey, New York hasn't had an earthquake, and also around the same time, a lightning bolt struck.
Oh yeah,
struck the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So do y'all think there's any?
That's 2021, wasn't it? Was that movie 2012?
Oh,
what was that movie?
Where the I've seen all of them.
You know what I'm talking about? Where the ocean tide comes and just destroys.
There's like 2012,
Armageddon?
and then there's also like the day the
Deep
Earth stood
Impact?
still.
Deep Impact.
That's the meteorite with Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, meteor
those
hits them.
down buildings.
Those Armageddon movies. I like those movies.
You do? Mm-hmm. They don't really make them anymore, do they?
Mm-mm.
No, I mean they're rare.
Like I haven't seen those in a while.
They used to make them all the time. Though. Isn't that interesting?
They really did. Yeah, but they
Y2K and all that stuff during that time frame. We grew up in Armageddon. We grew up during Armageddon times. They're not.
Yeah, they don't make those movies anymore. They make a lot of remakes of shit that's already been done.
Yeah,
but they don't remake like the world is about to end. Maybe because motherfuckers will start tying that shit together.
Well, in the same vein as the earthquakes, because honestly, nothing got destroyed.
Yeah, it just shook. People's houses shook.
I mean, a 4.8 is still that's noticeable.
Oh, it definitely was.
Yeah.
I mean, because people had video footage of it, and like shit was.
Yeah.
I'm just like the shit was happening for like 3 minutes straight.
Oh, for real?
Imagining because I listen to Hotep Jesus, and he was because he lives in New Jersey. And he was just like, oh, shit. The white man that activated the... CERN? What's that? The pulse thing or whatever to make the fucking earth shake. They messing with the weather, And he was like, it's a little unsettling. Like, it just shakes. Like, your house is just shaking for 3 minutes straight. Like, yo, when is this going to stop? So I was thinking, it's like, what do you do in an earthquake?
I think you're supposed to get out of the house, maybe get to a field or something. You don't want to be around anything that could fall on you.
Yeah, I would but if you run out the house, but the ground's starting to split open.
I mean, I think that's a rare thing.
Maybe I watch it's too many movies and anime.
If you in order for the ground to start splitting, you're really talking about these like 8s, 9s, 10s.
And it's not even just that simple because typically it's a sinkhole. Like it's usually something that's hollowed out. It's there, and then it shakes so much and it crumbles because that's not normal.
What's going to kill you more in an earthquake is buildings falling on you. That's what's going to get you. So
I feel like that's the scariest.
having a building fall on you.
I mean, just saying that is.
Well, I mean, you mean out of the natural disasters?
Yeah.
Natural
Earthquakes?
disasters.
I would be more afraid of a tornado.
I'm definitely afraid of the tornadoes, but I just think
Daytime
Tornadoes
tornado.
are very easy to beat, though.
I'm talking about if we're talking about a large tornado versus a large earthquake, or tornado is going to scare me more.
because you
Yeah.
can see the
You
shit.
can see it.
You got sirens and you
it's-
got motherfucking cows and debris and other shit
Wow, see, you tell you watch a lot of movies.
twisting it up and shit. Like, oh shit.
In that type of environment, there's going to be so much debris. It's scary. I watch like storm chasers, like actual real footage. It scares me watching it.
It's like,
Yeah. And they're unpredictable. They'll turn, they'll, and the only way to get away from them is either in a bunker in the basement under a house or under like an underpass. But you're really risking, once again, the highway falling on you, or if the house collapses and you're in the basement, you can't get out. I mean,
I think it's pretty unrealistic the way these highways are reinforced for wind, even if it's going 100, 200, 300 miles an hour to just blow a bridge down, like the underpass bridge. But you're more probably worried about debris getting swept up under the bridge and hitting you than the actual wind knocking the bridge down. But once again, they're easy to beat. You just go underground just a little bit.
earthquake. How do you escape a fucking earthquake?
You
earthquake.
can't. The thing about an earthquake is you need a helicopter, so that's much more complicated.
Earthquake.
With a tornado, you just go in the ground a little bit.
You say this like you have so much
Like,
experience.
Right? He said so much confidence.
I
I mean, I've done the research.
You could die to a blaze of grass. I've seen
You could what?
Die to blades of grass.
What do you mean?
In tornadoes, the wind is so
Turn them
heavy.
into needles.
Yeah, the wind is so strong. They'll go through afterwards, and in the phone poles, there's grass in the phone poles stuck.
Yeah,
just
is-
all the debris is what's going to get you.
Right, well, that's obvious.
The odds of you getting lifted up and in Mel's world,
they suck, but it sucks up all the oxygen. So as soon as you get in there, you
can't.
I didn't even know.
But going unconscious is not a bad thing because this is why babies are able to survive these tornadoes. You go limp.
babies surviving tornadoes.
Oh, bro, all the
Yeah.
time. They'll find a baby in a tree or something.
You won't get that trauma, the
don't get
physical
the trauma.
trauma, because you're going
You're
going
limp.
with it.
You're limp. But no. Once again, you're saying blade of grass can kill you. Okay, nigga. Yeah, if you're standing up. Once again, I'm talking about getting a little bit into the ground. That's what I'm talking
What do they tell you to get into the bathtub?
Yes. Yeah, they'll tell you the bathtub. Yes.
Why the bathtub?
It covers you, and also the pressure is different if you're underneath of something. So you all right, man?
I was coughing, nigga.
I know, man. You crying though, man.
Because I was coughing.
Hey man, he needs a hug. Steve.
Just making sure
Give him
you're.
a hug.
Nah, he asked me for one last time. Oh, so last time I can get one, but this
If
time I
he
can't.
wants to give you one, it's okay. But if it's not okay, the other way around.
I'm just saying, man. Dang, man, you just look like you lost your best friend.
Oh, that's.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Now, what did my dad used to say, man? You look like your dog just died.
For coughing?
You literally have water under your eyes,
And he's leaving it there.
and you're just leaving it there, like you want people to see it.
Thug tears.
Show your
Thug tears.
yeah, but it's something with the air pressure. Helps to break up the air pressure. But I feel like if a tornado is going to come over my house and rip my roof off,
Do y'all think the eclipse that's going to happen? Because I didn't know it was such a big thing. Like
it's a
the way motherfuckers
really
doing it.
big thing.
Yeah,
Because I
millions
was-
of people are coming here.
I was driving, and they got signs that says, "If you're here for the eclipse," and da-da-da. I'm just like, I've never seen it.
Me neither.
But we have an eclipse where they have it on signs. They're putting it on the news. Schools are closing.
Bro, I'm pretty much around the country.
Yeah, like schools
They're all
are closing.
closed.
Then it's supposed to be like a heavy travel day. Watch out for this. So
It's tomorrow.
yeah,
They
so
activated the National Guard,
so I'm just like, what the hell is really happening?
bro.
What is really happening?
Did you? Okay, well, number one, we know that whatever's happening is not what they're telling us. So that's number one. NASA is shooting rockets into the eclipse. So not explosives, but they are shooting rockets towards the eclipse, apparently, that are going to deploy these weather sensors that are supposed to work to potentially track changes in the environment and the atmosphere during that time frame. So that's number one, number one at NASA.
It's a lie.
Right, it's a lie. But not only did they, let me read something to you. Not only are they doing this, but they have a name for it. And the name for it is, it's APEP, A-P-E-P, which is named after a serpent deity from ancient Egyptian mythology, nemesis of the sun deity Ra.
Interesting.
So serpent deity is basically the name of the program that NASA is using or working under to send these rockets into the sun. And serpent deity is the direct enemy of Ra, which is the son of God, or the sun god.
When you say Ra, I go to the winged dragon of Ra.
This is not okay.
So that's what I was thinking. But that's what my mind went.
Well, I mean, it's still in the same. It's still in the same vein.
The only reason I say dragon because it's the year of the dragon.
The winged dragon of Ra.
Yeah.
No, it's the sun god.
Okay.
So
now, hold on.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing that makes no sense. If the sun is 93 million miles away,
come on now.
How they gonna shoot this shit up there?
And the eclipse is the moon eclipsing the sun, right? And that's 250,000 miles away from this planet. Why would you be shooting rockets at it when you could just shoot the rocket straight up wherever you are? There's no need to shoot it at it because whatever is happening in the weather would happen to the world uniformly because the sun hits the earth at a right angle uniformly, right? It's 93 million miles away.
So it should literally, sun is everywhere.
If they're saying changes in the climate, it's going to happen uniformly.
But the sun isn't everywhere at the same time.
No.
As far as like
half
phases, right?
Half of the earth would be covered by the sun. The other half would be covered by the moon, which we never see, really.
Because it's supposed to hit, I think it's going from this side to this side.
The sun travels the same direction every day.
There's four directions. There's north, south, east, and west.
I'm talking about the eclipse. Like, the eclipse is supposed to happen.
I think it's coming
at
up from the north.
At different times throughout the country.
Well, that's just time zone. That's just time zone.
So, but we all won't see the eclipse at the exact same time.
Well, in Texas, we would.
We're going to see the eclipse at the same time, but it's let's say it's 4:00 here, it's 5:00 Eastern. It's going to be 3:00.
Well, forget the time zone. I'm
confused. Okay.
As far as just like everyone in the U.S., they'll see it at the exact same moment.
Well, the vantage point changes.
So yes and no, because let's just say, for example, we go off their model, and you have the moon is going to be moving in front of the sun. If I am on the East Coast here, it's going to look different, right? That's why Texas is coming up in the 100% dark range because of the angle. So you have this path that is traveling. It's kind of coming up northeastern through Texas like this.
We have the sweet spot.
It's
us and a few other states.
Because like I have friends coming down from Houston.
Yeah, it's happening in Austin, right? Or did that change?
I don't know. I know there's something in Grand Prairie where it's supposed to be like the perfect place
really?
to see it. Yeah, they got tickets sold out.
Oh, they must have changed because it was going through Austin. And then I saw something where it was like, Austin is no longer... Like, how did this change? How did y'all change the tracking?
You can't.
So wait, it's going to be near us?
We're gonna get 100%.
Yeah.
Dallas?
But we got almost 100% not too long ago. on the most. Steven, you weren't here yet.
I need to look that up.
That's the one where I tracked it when I saw the orb in the. Yeah.
What do y'all think is gonna happen, man?
I don't think anything's gonna happen.
They're rebooting CERN. CERN's and they're launching again during the eclipse. But it's well known. So they are. They said that they're going to be tracking
So it's a portal.
The
they're going to
anomalies.
open up a portal.
Okay, so the reason that this eclipse is supposedly so powerful is because this type of eclipse, the last time that it happened was during a very important year, 1776. 1770.
The proclamation, doctrimation.
The Declaration of Independence.
Yeah,
I got
all
your
that.
back.
I mean, that's when America started.
Correct.
That is not when America.
So we're gonna go for our history.
1776, right?
That's when.
But not just 1776. The same day that it was signed.
On the
I don't know.
So they
April
used the
different
energy.
day.
You're saying they used the energy from the solar eclipse to establish the United States.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. You think it's gonna be a new establishment of like the world powers?
I don't know. This eclipse is apparently one of the ones where all of the planets align. So, however the planets are supposed to be, like they're all in alignment. So you have all the planets in alignment,
Which are celestial bodies, and it's their frequency.
right? And then you have the sun, which is in alignment as well, and the moon. And this happens every 248 years or something like it. You know, it's rare. So whatever 1776 to 2024, I think it's 248 years. So this one is different, even more different than the ones we've seen.
Did you all see where the news guy was reporting on the earthquake that happened in New Jersey, New York, and then he mentioned there's another earthquake happening on Monday.
He said that?
Mm-hmm. He said there's another earthquake happening with the eclipse. That's what he said. I'm not sure if it was maybe a misspeaking,
Freudian slip.
or maybe it could be something. This is like,
Well, they get the script ahead of time, right? That's the reason why they called one of the towers. I can't remember if it was Building 7, which one of the towers went down before it actually did. On the BBC network, they called it. There was like, oh, the Twin Towers have gone down or something like that. And then, of course, when you look at it in hindsight, you're like, wait, the tower hadn't gone down yet. So they have the script ahead of time.
There's something nefarious that's happening. I mean, obviously, it's not that nature's doing anything nefarious. It is
The powers that be are taking advantage of.
They're taking advantage of the energy that's happening. I mean, energetically, it is an energetic time. It is absolutely an important energetic time. So,
what time is it supposed to be happening?
I don't know.
I think I'll be working. So,
Mel, you better take off work. You better go and get your
what?
energy right.
For what?
I don't know, but I'm going to be looking at it.
It's not just that. It's
just go outside.
It's all the day in general. It's not just that time. It's the day. The energy is just because we also have to remember when we see the eclipse, it's different than when another part of the country may see it. It's just when, you know what I mean? Or not in country, the world. I also always wonder, and I'm sure there's a scientific explanation for this.
Always a reason.
Right? If we are seeing a total eclipse, which means in America, in Texas, we have the sun and the moon right here. That means that you have places like China, Asia, Europe, or Russia. So they have no moon nor sun. They should have no moon nor sun.
So they should freeze.
Why would they freeze?
If they have no moon and no sun.
I don't think that they would freeze, man.
That happens. There's definitely night skies without the moon.
Where it's just gone, or it's just not being able to be seen?
I mean, where it's not. When you say not seen,
it's cloudy.
It's not cloudy. It's not cloudy, and it's not overhead.
I don't know. I just know that there's
the moon
some
moves throughout the night. It moves.
The moon sounds like it's got a mind of its own.
And you only see one side of the moon.
Because it only has one side.
Consistently. You don't think there's another side of the moon? Do you think it's just a flat thing
I think it's a light.
that's reflecting, or maybe it's like
I think it's a luminous light.
a projector?
Is that like saying a wet water?
Illuminate. I mean, you can have a light that's not necessarily illuminated. It's a
luminary.
It's a luminary.
That's what the Bible calls it. It's a luminary. There's two great luminaries, the sun and the moon. And then you have the celestial bodies, which are all your quote unquote planets. And that's the reason why there's other planets that they find and stuff, because they're less significant, but they're just wandering stars. Those are the planets.
Yeah.
And then there's also the translucent celestial bodies that you can't see, and they call it Planet X and all this other stuff.
I want to take pictures of it with my camera.
You need one of them PX90. What is it?
PX90.
PX90.
So we don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow with the eclipse. This video will be up after the eclipse. So if you don't Rumble, you get to see us live.
He said, if you don't hear from us again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in the future, I'm not sure if we gonna make. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Maybe it's an alien invasion.
Nah, we good. We got ammo.
I ain't got ammo. We got ammo.
Chris
I got
ammo.
swords. You know what I mean?
We got the final boss. We all right.
I'm a friendly guy, so if there's any aliens out there that want to be cool, hey, I mean, I like Space Jam.
Man, who knows, man? They could open up a portal, and who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's important for us is we know that it's going to be high energy, and we understand the energy isn't good or bad, so we can utilize that energy for our benefit, and that's going to be my focus. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all I'm focused on. I'm not worried about CERN. I'm not worried about what the government's doing. That's all that's the distraction. That's the distraction. They want us to be focused on what they're going to do in portals and giving energy to that. I'm going to keep energy to myself. I'm going to be focused on the AHA, my family, my friends, and the things I want to accomplish in the future.
Shit, nigga. Shit, all right, nigga. Shit, me. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Me too.
You know what I mean? Shit. It's time by shit. We going to be here. So you know what I mean? We survived, man. We made it. We made it, baby.
We made it.
But I looked directly at the solar eclipse a few years ago.
Did your vision get better? You still wearing glasses.
They're gonna say that's why you got glasses now.
Because he ain't had glasses last time.
I'll say this. They claim that if you look directly at it, it's going to F up your vision because the energy from the sun is still being projected, even though you can't perceive it. It's still being projected directly from the sun. So it'd be basically like looking directly at the sun, which is obviously a lie.
I'm about to say, would they have an example of someone?
They said that there was. They said that there was some. I saw something where they said somebody looked at it and then it burned a thing in her eye, where she kept seeing the eclipse for like 6 weeks or something. Then it eventually got better.
I looked at it, so I don't care what they say, whatever. Now I took my glasses off. I'm not gonna look at it through my glasses
because you couldn't see it then.
No, I could. What?
If you took your glasses off, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Mel,
huh?
Because he took his glasses off to look at it. He can't see. So he's looking at it.
I can see. I don't see clearly, but I can see. I'm not blind.
I didn't know if you were serious or if you were trying to play you.
Chris like, yo, yeah, I took my glasses off.
I'm Stevie Wonder out here now.
It's like lack of
I can look right at the sunlight. It don't matter.
Can't see it.
No, Mel, that's not how that works. My point is the glasses change and alter the frequency of the light. If I'm going to do it and I want to get the benefit from it, whatever that might be, I need to take the glasses off. They have special coatings and things. They bend the light. It warps the light. Glasses are terrible for your energetic body, which is the real main reason why I want to get rid of them. It's not even for my actual sight or the fact that they're annoying. I've learned more about the energy properties. But I take the glasses off. I look at it. And I don't look at it necessarily the whole time. It's kind of annoying to have to try.
Is your sister's vision worse than yours?
I don't know. Probably not.
It's random.
No, because you were talking about vision. I recently, when they went bowling, I saw her glasses. I was looking through them. I was just like, man, these are not good.
Well, any level of magnification is going to be not good to you because you have fine vision. So niggas be like, oh man, you really can't see it. What would you know of it, bastard? you have perfect vision.
Man, I would get glasses if they didn't always try to give you perfect vision. Every time I go to get glasses, they want to give you perfect vision. Nah, I don't want all that. Just give me a little boost.
You want boost?
Man, I just want give me a little bump.
Just juice me up a little bit.
Yeah, just everything else. Sometimes things will get a little fuzzy. Sometimes just just tweak it a little bit. But they won't do that.
Now, Steven, and this is the thing. Steven's eyes are actually not bad. He could just whatever you are, -1 or whatever you are, you could knock that out in a couple of months and be done.
Talking about these therapies. Or
Yeah. With what Jake Stein or whatever stuff I've learned, but because it's not that bad, he don't want to do that work. So it's kind of like a catch-22. Mine is to the point where it would take me years, and I got glasses. I'm like, I'd rather just wear the glasses. Steve's like, it's not that bad.
Mine's gotten better.
Oh, so you have bad vision as well?
I mean, what do you consider bad vision?
What do you consider bad vision?
You're the one that said it.
Well, because he's mentioned that you have bad vision.
No,
That's not what he said.
It's not that bad.
No, well, it's not that bad. It's not that bad doesn't exclude it being bad.
So then what he said, it's not that bad, as saying he's comparing my vision to his. What you said, so you have bad vision. What do you consider bad vision?
Could you use glasses?
I could. I don't have 20/20 vision.
You don't need them though.
I used
No, he doesn't need them because he doesn't have them.
I used to use glasses in order to drive. I had to at night. I almost couldn't see.
It was just like a big old flare.
You can see, but you just can't see that well. It wasn't really safe.
But it's not like that anymore.
No, I mean, just from years of fasting and changing my diet, I can drive at night without glasses.
So
now.
You don't have bad vision then, right?
My vision could be better. I still squint, and I mean, there's certain things I can't see if it's really far.
Have you ever thought about getting the laser surgery?
I'm never doing that.
Especially in his position, it would be.
It's not that bad to do that.
What about you, Chris? Would you get the?
No, I would never get that.
Why not? I heard a lot of people have benefits about it.
Yeah, there's benefits in the short run, and they never talk about what the side effects are. So no one ever says, "Yeah, I got laser, I can see and everything," but my eyes are dry all the time now. What I look like? I don't want dry eyes. Having to have medicated eye drops and stuff like that
all the time.
Or the pain that happens. Some people, I've heard of people committing suicide because they got eye surgery and it drove them insane.
Wow. I mean, you have a laser going into your retina. There's nothing there except nerves that go right into your brain.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't trust them that much. No, what I would like is I would like to go to a doctor and say, "Doc, I don't have 20/20 vision, but I don't want you to correct me to 20/20 either. Give me a little. It's like going to a drug dealer and saying, "Hey, I don't want a whole gram. Just give me a couple bumps." You know what I mean?
No.
Like, give me a couple hits.
I don't know anything about.
Okay,
drugs.
well, instead of going to your weed dealer and buying an ounce, something that you're gonna have for a while, you just get a dime or a nickel bag. Let me get something to make a roll a joint.
That's a waste of time. You might as well get a half at least.
Oh, so you know about that, huh?
I'm just, speaking through
through
a friend.
So what I'm saying is that, like, I've put on people's glasses before, who their vision was, maybe they had astigmatism where things were a little off, right? But they'll get worse over time. And I'm just like, you know what? I like this. Like, I don't know if this is my prescription, but what I'm seeing is good. It's not. It doesn't feel intense, but it's just a little something. Imagine editing a photo, and the photos looks like it's clear, but then you zoom in, it's a little blurry, and then you just increase the sharpness a little bit, and you're like, okay, that's good. But when you zoom back out, it's not too different, but you can tell when you zoomed in, it needs some sharpness.
Okay.
That's the way I could explain it.
That's good.
Like, I could use a little bit of magnification. Yeah. You know what I mean? Little adjustment. But when I go to the doctor, they don't want to do that. They want to, you need to. That's not what I want. Just give me a little bump, doc.
So I might as well just leave it how it is.
Might as well just leave it how it is until someone decides to do what I want. I'm sure if I looked around and,
There is a guy on social media where he recently was going on a date with a chick. And we can watch this video, so like roughly 3 minutes. But it's actually pretty telling, though.
Aren't you gonna get out? No, I just
Let me set the setting. The setting is basically this guy. He's picked this girl up and he's opened the door, and this girl is insisting that the guy gets out and open the door for
Here we
her
go.
or whatever. But here is the video.
Aren't you gonna get out?
She's already recording him.
I just opened it. No, you're gonna open my door for me. Come out and open the door for me. Or I'm not getting in.
No, it's cool. That's fine. Now you don't go. Come inside.
Come open my door, please.
It's cool. you're already standing there. I was just coming. I turned on the car seat. The car seat is.
I don't care what you
Is that leather?
I'm not getting in the car.
Here's a Tesla.
I'm not getting in the car until you come and open the door for me. I'm a lady.
Nice neighborhood.
I get that, but you're already standing there. Now. It's not like I can't. You know, I can't. But you're there.
You're there.
I don't touch doors.
See, he's already opened the door for her.
She don't touch the door, but she
She
closed
just
it.
closed.
So I drove 30 minutes to get here. Now I'm here. I turned on the heater, everything. Even the date we're going on is me that we pay. You see, I will pay and I'll bring you back. So the least you can do is come and sit down. I'm offering you free seats.
I'm not getting in the car.
Kind of.
I wonder what country he's from.
It has to be somewhere in Africa.
Because lucky him, now he gets to deal with our women. She's clearly one of ours.
This one is wild. We've never started. And you're even.
Thank you for being a gentleman.
She just sounds. Her voice is masculine.
She sounds like that girl from the last Tesla incident. Does he?
I'm ready now.
Does he know she's recording?
Don't worry. Come on.
Are you serious?
No, just come out because I don't think this. No, come, just come out.
Are you serious right now?
Good job.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
I want to show you something. I'm really confused. How I drove to this place. I came to pick you up. You could have not seen there. I will also pay for the date. The place we are going, minimum $200 that I'll spend. I have to beg you to get in the car. It's not like I can't open.
All I was asking is that you just open the
It's
door.
not like I can't open door. It's just that you already standing. I opened the door twice. Don't worry. You know, sometimes
Where are you going?
you just be avoiding problem.
Where are you going?
I'm getting in my car. I'm opening my door by myself.
Are you serious? I just wanted you to be a gentleman.
No, don't worry.
Don't worry.
He said, "Don't worry."
I don't fight on your head.
Where are you going?
I didn't know Teslas sound like that.
They have to have a sound because they're
You're supposed
quiet.
to be going on a date. Where are you going?
No, I'm going home. It's nothing.
Didn't you drive out here for me?
I thought I did, but clearly, let me just respect myself and go home. You know?
Good job, King.
Wow. Aren't you gonna get out?
Bro, it's given spoof because he never said, "Yo, are you recording me?" So that was kind of weird, but everything else did seem pretty realistic.
Yeah, I was like, man, this has to be fake. Isn't that so wild though? Like, there's so much stuff that happens on the internet. You have to question if it's fake or not.
Right, because people constantly want to
things for
reenact.
attention.
Yeah.
The thing is that even if it is fake, it's a situation that has happened, and there's a reason that it's able to be relatable because this is how they act like this. Even if it's not specifically like that, I have had women be like, "Are you not going to open my door?" And I'm just like, bro, like.
Like me, I don't mind opening the door.
It's not that I mind, but sometimes it's inconvenient.
Yeah, just like you're not like handicapped or something like that. It's
Here's the thing: if you want me to open your door, say it before we go and sit down, or like say it ahead of time, or bite the bullet, open it yourself, and then be like, "Hey, just so you know, I do like when a guy opens the door." But I'm in the car, car's on.
He got the heat seat. He got the seat, the heated seats on for her.
The seats are warm for you.
He done reached over, opened the door. You can't get in. Door's wide open. You got the energy to slam it closed on him, but you can't get your big, because I already know that's a big girl. You understand me? You can't get your, you know what I'm saying, in the car and then close it the same way you done closed it twice already. And then what do you do when you drive yourself, by the way? Because I know you're not getting chauffeured around. So what happens when you come to a door and there's no man around?
She has to open it.
It's like, bro, y'all don't even understand chivalry. You don't understand it. Men weren't chivalrous because they're simps and they're just trying to impress you and peacock. The reason why men did that is because women at that time exuded ladylike tendencies, elegance, femininity. There are certain women you get around and you just want I don't want her touching anything. Like, y'all ain't that. Especially recording, talking about, aren't you going to open my door? Aren't you a gentleman?
It's a wrap.
Bro, do you think that opening a door means that a guy's a gentleman? You're silly as hell if you think that opening a door means a guy's a gentleman.
He drove 13 minutes.
30.
30? Oh, there's a 13. Drove 30 minutes. Came in his nice Tesla. Probably washed his car. Looked clean. He said, I'm going to take you out on a date. I'm paying for it. It's going to be a minimum of $200.
So it's not the Cheesecake Factory.
It's not Cheesecake Factory. It's only 2 of them.
Unless they're getting a lot of cheesecake.
I mean, nah, $200
Not
on
for a
a
minimum.
he's paying. That's money. Like, multi courses, right? So, is all of that not being a gentleman? Is that not enough? How much more does he have to do? You have to open his door. No, because here's the thing. No, keep yourself outside. Because here's the thing. It's not just, I could just be like, oh my God, right? But I now see how you are. So what? Now, every time I have to it's too much. It's too much. There are going to be times where maybe I'm just not thinking about it. Or maybe there's a double door and I open the door for you and then there's people behind you, right? Now, if there's people coming in behind you and I hold the door for them too, who's now getting the next door? You're already standing there. So you're going to just stand there and wait for the next woman or maybe a man to come open the door? Like, I don't want to think about all this stuff. Open the damn door.
Stop making it complicated.
Well, here's the other thing, too. I don't mind opening a door. It's just the car door. It's so inconvenient. It's so inconvenient. I'm already in the car. I got to get out the car.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Especially if it's cold or raining or something weird. I got to get out the car, come around, open your door, get you in, and then don't let it be a rush or don't let something and I forget and you're sitting at the door waiting, making me look like a punk. No, bruh. Like, there has to be a level. See, these women haven't actually experienced this stuff, so they don't know how it goes. They just think, oh, I don't touch doors. I don't pump gas. And what do you do when you're at the gas station by yourself? When I very first got here, Mel, you know the story. Steve, I don't know if you know it. I very first got here to Texas, and I'm going to this game with this girl I'm talking to and her friend and her mom. And her little brother might have been there,
Supposed to
too.
open the door for everyone.
So we go to the game, whatever, boom. After the game, her mom stops to get gas. Now, I was not given the courtesy of being sat in the front seat as a man should have been. I was sat in the back as if I was a child. That's the first thing. So these women that were so all about chivalry and doing the right thing had me in the back. Cool.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm in the back. What? Being sat in the back?
Or that men are meant to sit.
Mel, I'm 6'6".
There's no reason for you to be in the back seat. Period.
There's no one in that car that's going to be less comfortable in that seat.
If you have a group of people, unless you're in the back with another girl or something like that, there's no reason for you or me or you to be in the back seat unless it makes sense based upon who's in the vehicle.
It doesn't even matter. I'm not tripping. I didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't say, ooh, y'all should already know. Yeah, I'm tall. I should be in the... I didn't say anything, right? She goes to the gas station. I'm in the back of like the third row or something.
Oh, wow.
And the mom gets out to get her gas. Now, mind you, I've just met these people. It was literally my first time meeting these people.
This is a date?
It's not a date per se, but yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And so the mom gets out, pays for the gas, start pumping the gas. I'm in the car. I'm in the back. The girl that I'm talking to, I think, is in the seat in front of me, and her friend might be in the front seat. They start singing this song that they make up. He already know what he's supposed to do. Talking about I didn't get out and pump the gas. So because I didn't get out and pump the gas for their mom, they start making up some stupid song about how I should know what to do and pump the gas. They didn't even say anything to me. They just started making up this stupid song. Bro, I was pissed. Where
were you? Were you close by?
What do you mean close by?
Were you within 20 minutes of the house? Where you were living?
I don't know. Nigga, I'll come here to visit. I wasn't living here.
Oh, okay. I would have got out of the car.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the point is,
I just left like fuck
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
the point
Yeah,
is,
if I was within Uber range.
Yeah, I don't even think Uber
Yeah,
existed
Uber
back then.
didn't exist back then.
Okay,
The point is, in that situation, it's like the reverse, right? Y'all don't see anything where you're supposed to respect a man, because if women treated us like that, it would be automatic. But there's no reciprocation. It's just you as a man are supposed to do this. What are you as a woman supposed to do? Give up that seat because I'm taller than you? Like, make me a plate? What, without question? Like, I shouldn't even have to ask you to make the plate. Hey, what do you want on your plate? It's automatic, right? So there's no requirement of you to do those things. But then on the other side, because we're going on a date and I'm literally catering to you, pandering you to the whole night, you're just supposed to have, you're just a princess all night. And there's no reciprocation. That whole generation, when the chivalry was this and throwing the coat over the mud and all that stuff, first of all, wasn't nobody throwing no coat over mud, first of all. But during that time that they reference, women were randomly baking guys cakes, bringing them lunch, and bringing them homemade meals, hot meals for lunch, rubbing their back, rubbing their feet. Like, women were catering to men. There was a reason why. It was a reciprocation. It wasn't just one way, men just doing everything for women. Meanwhile, you don't even want to take care of your children. So we get married. I do all this shiver stuff. I'm a gentleman. Ha, ha, ha. And then you become a wife. And what? I'm supposed to just maintain that for the rest of my life. So I'm working. I'm taking care of the children. I'm providing the money. I'm cooking. Like, bro, this is insane. And I think if this was real, what this man saw was a woman that's not a wife. And the whole point of us going on dates is it's a filter. Are you a wife? Are you for sex? Are you for fun? Are you a friend? You know, whatever. Everybody has their own filter and what they do. Like, she got filtered into I don't even want to deal with this girl. She's too much of a headache.
Don't even matter what she looked like. Obviously, we don't know. But
I know.
It doesn't matter. The attitude, the expectations, the entitlement, just there was no reason for that. He opened the door for her.
He did open the door.
He reached across and he opened the door.
Yeah.
And she said, well, why? I don't touch doors. Oh, I understand. Listen, I already got the heat. I got the heat on for you. Got the heated seat on for you. Like, let's go.
Do you think it's just like a more power shift or
100%.
Dynamic that she wants?
100%.
Like, you get out of the car, open the door.
She wants to feel more dominant, more powerful than him. Like that having that pussy power over somebody.
Pussy.
Like, just, oh yeah, you can tell he wants my pussy. He's gonna do all this. He's opening doors. Like, what? Why did you get off on that?
Yeah.
It would have been so. See, now if she was
Walmart
feminine, let's say if
pussy.
she was what?
Walmart. Walmart.
If she was feminine and she did, that is something that she's used to. What she would have done is she would have gotten a car, and she would have had a conversation with him. The conversation, I'm not a woman, I'm not feminine, I don't know, but the conversation would have been soft and sensual. Like, man, it really turns me on when a guy opens my door.
Right.
I was hoping that you were gonna open my door for me. It really turned me on and then she would have just said that and left it alone, and them doors would have been open for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And that's all it would have been.
Nigga, as soon as if I would have reached over and opened the door and she closed that bitch,
Oh, I'm out.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
It's not. We're not even having a conversation.
I'll go.
I'd have been like, "What's going on?"
Fuck that. You
Now,
close the door after
the only way.
She better have it's a way.
The only way that is going to continue is of one or two things.
Guaranteed box?
Number one, we've had conversations where I know she's coming over after the date, right? Or she just looks that good, and I've already realized she's not going to be someone I'm going to date. This is just fun. That's the only way I'm opening that door.
It wouldn't be someone that you would.
If I'm actively looking at her to potentially like date to marry, the date is over. That will end it because it's not just that. That's a huge red flag. I don't mind opening the door, and even with my girlfriend, I've talked about this because she likes having doors open for her, and it's not because that's just what. Not her and her dating thing. Like, that's just what has always been around. Her brother opens doors for all the sisters. Her dad does it. It's just what she's accustomed to. It's their culture. So for me, I'm just like, okay, let's have a conversation. Because sometimes, like, the way that where my car is parked, it doesn't make. I can't open your door, right? Like, you just have to get in, or it's so awkward. And we've had a conversation, where we're like, okay, well, sometimes it's not gonna, but You know, and now I know.
Right. And so when you can do it and it's appropriate, you do it.
Right.
And she's let you know the expectation. But it's like women act as if, and let's be honest, you act as if every man opens your door. Clearly not. You know that. If you really have this standard you have this standard, you've come across guys that don't do it, that would tell you, oh, I guess every guy doesn't know to do this. I was taught wrong. So then that means if it's something that's really that important to you to where you're willing to abort the date, then that means you got to tell a guy ahead of time. That's your fault. Why do you have expectations of somebody that you've never met? This doesn't make any sense.
And he's African too, so.
And he's African.
Well,
It's a different
I'm saying
culture.
it's a different culture. I've never. I mean, I
What are
don't.
you doing? Open the door.
Right, he's just like, I don't understand the big deal. Like, just get in. Like, if they're for real. So, I mean, there's things where I had to understand her culture and how they do certain things. And sometimes I'm like, well, that's a little weird, but that's their culture.
I'll open the door for women, but I'll be extreme because I'm already a goofball. I'll be extreme with it.
Oh, you want me to open this door?
No, I'll open if we're going to like a restaurant or coming from a restaurant, I'll open the door and it'll be like in front of like the people in there, and I'll be like, "For you, madam." Like I'll bow. The door is for you, madam, your excellency. Just be like, "Yeah, you're so sweet."
But that's a door to a restaurant. It's not a car.
Yeah, car door.
Oh, I'm not getting out of my. I did this one time and it made me feel.
I've never. Go ahead.
It made me feel angry.
Okay, go. What happened?
You were emasculated.
Like we were going to a restaurant and she just sat in the car, chilling.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was just like, "Oh no, she ain't."
I'm gonna open it, but I'm.
What's a wrap?
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. I was like, I'll open it, but I was like, nah.
It's a wrap, but you don't realize you just ended it. Whatever the day can go great. It's a wrap. I'm not gonna forget that.
Yeah. Not at all. Like, I don't mind being a gentleman, but sometimes you have to be understandable. Okay, it's more convenient and easier just to get the fuck up out the car.
Right.
Well, here's the problem. They're listening to Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey's teaching them.
Steve Harvey just called it straight, nigga.
No, it's not straight because this is direct.
He mad at his business like Cat Williams and gave it to me.
He has had talks on this. Listen, young ladies, when you go on a date with a young man,
I tell you what.
When y'all get to your location, that man opens the door for you. You're a queen. If he don't open the door here, let me tell you what you do. He gets out, walks around the car. You sit there like this, and you wait, and you teach that man. He's not a dog, you idiot. You have a conversation, and you better do it beforehand, because that's not how you talk to people with this nasty body language. Nobody wants that. And as Steven mentioned, this is foreshadowing. We already know what this is going to be in the future. Yeah. You think it's just the door? No.
Nope. I was leaving a gas station yesterday when driving to Atlanta, and just to make a long story short, I was walking out and the gas station's door, you know how most gas stations have double doors, right? I was walking out, I had a coffee in my hand because I was like, I'm exhausted. The whole weekend was exhausting. And they had one side of the door locked, which made no sense because it was a very busy gas station. And I literally put my hand on it, like to open it, and just assuming it's going to open and walk right into it, right into the door. So I had coffee that spilled on me. It was hot, but it wasn't like scalding hot, right? So instantly I was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I go to the other side. There's a woman coming in with her two sons. They see me walking to this door. They're right there. I open the door, coffee all over me. The woman is looking at me, doesn't say, "Oh, let me get the door." She can see that I have coffee all over me. I step through, open the door. Her two sons go through. She walks by, doesn't say anything. Never in my life have I done this. She was inside, and then I looked back and I said, "You're welcome." And she looked back at me. She was like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, bro, I am tired I am tired of opening doors. And listen, I hate saying it like this, but for women, because men don't do this. I open doors for men all the time. Just, hey, thanks, bro. You know what I mean? There's never an issue.
Always a thank you.
Always a thank you.
Never opened the door for another man and that nigga just ignored me.
Never.
Not once.
It's always, oh, good luck. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Right.
As a matter of fact, I've opened the door for couples, and I've had men thank me for him and for his girl. Like, they make sure.
Yeah. It's just like this, and this level of entitlement. Like, woman, I don't owe you anything, right? And you watched me walk into this door. You see there's coffee all over my hand and my shirt is wet. You watched it, and you have the nerve to not say thank you. If anything, you should have grabbed the door because you see I have coffee all over me. And I even tried to look at it from her own. I got in the car. I had napkins. I wiped myself off. And I said, well, maybe she had stuff going on. Nah, fuck that.
Is it a white chick?
Yes.
Maybe she's racist.
Okay, maybe I don't walk around thinking that.
Wow, Mel, that's such a stretch.
We're in Georgia.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I don't.
It's the South, right?
I don't care. Regardless. I normally would have just let it go, and in my head I would have just been upset about it. But I just got mad because of the coffee, and it was literally like, it wasn't like, sometimes you automatically would just say you're welcome because you think that they said it, but it was like, no, I made it very clear that you didn't say thank you. Like, you're welcome. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, thank you. Fuck.
So when you all do this, like when you open the doors for people, are you doing it to get a thank you?
No, it's just
so if they don't say thank you, why do you get upset?
It's common courtesy, the same way that I'm opening the door.
But if it's not an expectation for them to do it,
no. The way you positioned the question was almost like, I do this so that I can hear you say thank you. No, we do it because it's a courtesy. The thank you is implied. Because if you don't do it, now you're all kinds of a-hole.
Yeah.
Because now I'm from the Midwest. I got that North energy.
I'm from the Midwest.
I got that North energy in me. So this is a game. Depending on what's going on and what I do and don't want to do, I will alter my travel. I will slow down my time. I will look at my phone. I'll do all kinds of stuff if I need to. So I ain't got to hold the door. Because what's annoying is, you get out your car, you're moving at 2 times speed. Old lady's getting out her car, she moving at 1 time speed. But because she got out before you and the distance and the timing, it's like, nigga, you should sit and hold this door for her. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I'll alter my path so I ain't gotta wait. Mm-hmm. But
because it's rude to just because there's a point where you should hold this. And you may have to wait a second.
Yeah.
But I need to hold this door.
Yeah.
And I think that inherently men know what that is.
Of
we
course.
know.
Men do.
Women don't.
They've never.
I've had so many, especially going to the gym. Women just let the door slam right in my face.
They've never.
Like, bro, you could have held that door. Like, yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's just common courtesy.
It's just one of those double standards, and it's one of those things in and obviously it's exemplified in this video where women are just completely clueless because of the society that we live in now, where women feel as though they're entitled to things and they don't have to do anything to earn it. That's the problem.
I don't owe you nothing, girl.
I haven't.
You got your 2 kids here. I did a favor for you and them 2 little rugrats, and you had the nerve to not even say thank you.
I wouldn't let that upset me. I mean, I understand why someone would get upset.
My situation or just in general?
Just in general.
Well, Mel, you just said you got upset by the girl folding her arms and not wanting to open the door. So,
because that's an expectation of me.
Oh, I'm sorry, but the expectation of you is holding the door as well. All men should just hold the door for women. That's an expectation.
Nah. When I do it just as a human thing.
Stop doing it and then see what happens.
Stop holding the door?
Yeah, like let doors slam in women's faces and
I mean,
see.
that would just make me feel bad.
But I'm just saying, like, you're saying y'all go with this, just a human thing. Just stop doing it and see what happens.
So when you hold the door for people and they don't say thank you, just
sometimes
Mel just do, nothing.
I don't expect people to say thank you.
I don't.
To be honest.
I don't allow it to upset me, but also I haven't been in a situation where I held it and they didn't say it because I actively
You never do it then.
since y'all mentioned it before, like, or about holding the doors. I try to be like very conscious of like them saying thank you or not.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that I've held the door for women, even some that were very coy, they would say, "Oh, thank you." You know?
Most do.
Most do. It's not common that they don't say thank you, I would say.
But when they don't, it's always women.
Yeah, because dudes, hey, thanks, brother.
And it also depends on how much you go out. I mean, there are some days where I'm out and I'm at 5 or 6 stores. You know, you walking into a mall or you're walking into a Target and I go to DSW, then I go to Central Market. I mean, and you're in multiple stores. You're holding the door multiple times.
And there's also times when a woman's not going to say it because she's preoccupied, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
You know
if
what
I
I'm
see
saying?
you walking and you're on your phone and you're like, not just your, but you're doing something, or maybe I'll be like, well, maybe she said, and it's not like it's every single time, right? I brought it up because this particular time she watched what happened.
Yeah,
And-
I could see that.
and
you
you-
already being in a situation.
Correct.
fucking
I was
burning.
I was triggered because I'm like, why is this door locked? Like, it didn't say please use the door. They both should be open. It made no sense why this door was locked.
And yet it was just a lazy employee who just didn't
Just didn't unlock the door.
Or if it was busy, maybe they keep that door locked so niggas don't be stealing.
It doesn't make sense.
The door is open. They're gonna steal. They're gonna run out the other door.
Well, exactly. It'll if they lock one side of the door and the other side's open, it will stop their chances. And all I'm doing is playing devil's advocate. Giving leeway to a reason.
I mean, it
why
really
someone
doesn't
making
matter why it was locked. That has nothing to do with it, really.
Go to the gas station middle of the day, any gas station that has a double door, and see if it's locked. It's never locked.
Maybe it's a Georgia thing. I don't know, man.
I didn't go to any. I went to 3 different gas stations while I was down there and didn't experience this anywhere.
Did you holler at them like, "Yo, why y'all lock the doors"?
No,
I
because
hollered
that's not the point.
It's not the point.
It's not about the door. He's bringing up the door because that's the trigger.
It was the trigger.
It's the fact that she watched him run into.
She watched me walk into the glass. She sees me with coffee on my hand, on my shirt. And then her 2 little rugrats run right in front of me, come right through the door.
You like coffee?
And I don't necessarily like it, but I utilize it when I feel though I need to.
How do you get it? You drink it black or you put cream in it?
No, I don't drink it black. I usually do like almond milk if they have it.
Black coffee, no sugar, no cream. That's the kind of girl.
No, because I don't like coffee. Like,
You don't like it.
I thought you did.
I don't like it. There are things that I will utilize it.
What about vagina?
Wow.
All right, man, let's wrap it up.
No, what about vagina?
What kind of question is that?
You don't like vagina?
No, what kind of? I mean, what? Like, first of all, I don't even know where that came from. And we were just talking about stuff.
Do you not like vagina?
Yes, I do, man.
Thank you. See how easy that was? This nigga just answer the question, try to figure out and come back.
I know because I don't understand. Where did the question come from?
Because it was the next thought in my head.
Why?
It was a thought that popped up, so I decided to ask it.
That's how your brain works?
In this particular scenario, because like you say you didn't like coffee, but you say you don't like coffee, but you use it, you eat it, or do you drink it?
I use it when I feel that it would be a benefit to the situation.
And that's what made me think of vagina. Because some people don't like vagina or don't want vagina, and then they do it anyway.
Okay, are they gay?
Or maybe, I mean, they could be DL. I don't know.
So they're okay.
Or if they want.
Are you trying to insinuate something?
That you're gay? No, you're not gay. I know you're not gay.
Because I be out here getting, you know what I mean? I be getting mine, you know what I mean?
Huh? You what?
No, not like, no.
Huh?
No.
Hey. Whatever team you on, I'm on that team. I'm on Team Steven.
That's some bullshit.
I'm on Team Steven, man.
I'm in a very healthy, happy relationship with a woman.
Hey, shout out to the woman.
You know what I mean? I'm very happy.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the woman.
And she be giving me vagina.
Hey, all right.
Oh, now it's a problem.
I feel weird.
Oh, now it's a problem.
I feel weird knowing the person. I don't know. It's just like, no, I don't want to hear it. It's like the parent thing.
You asked me
like
if I like vagina, and then now I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's like kids, when they hear their parents, it's like, ew. It's like, I don't want to hear about it. you know. So, I mean, that's how I am. But
She be calling me Poppy.
hey, all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking out with us, man.
Hey, Poppy.
Our Rumble audience, we appreciate y'all rocking out with us. So, we made it.
Things are getting heated between Candace and the Daily Wire.
You should have said that.
Yeah, they are.
You should have
Did you
said
see
that a little
PBD
bit ago.
thing?
I saw. I don't know if I saw it all, but Ben Shapiro basically went on a tour not talking about the Candace Owens thing, and Candace Owens is like, okay, so maybe I should go on Matt Walsh and not talk about it too. And now PBD has issued, an opportunity to come and have a debate or a discourse about what happened. But I'm assuming they're not talking about it for legal reasons, but also it seems like I don't understand.
Well, Candace originally said she wants to debate Ben Shapiro about the anti-Semitic stuff between Palestine and Israel or whatever, just that particular message. She wanted to debate him about it. And he replied to her with a tweet like, okay, sure, let's do it. Because these motherfuckers was trending, both of them. Like every time they posted them, a million like interactions, whatever. And she was like, he said, okay, let's do it. And he said, we're going to do it we can do it on my channel, come down to, we can do it on Daily Wire and, have the studio. And then everyone in the comments, and even her, it was just like, well, I would rather do a neutral party. I'm not going to do anything that's going to bring attention to the Daily Wire. And so she tagged PBD, like we should do it for people. We could do it to PBD. And then Ben Shapiro replied talking about he's not a neutral like moderator or anything like that, because he's someone who recently, they were going over the debacle between Candace and Daily Wire. And he mentioned that they should call it the Jewish
Broadcasting Network.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Jewish Wire.
Yeah, and then she got upset. Well, he got upset over that and said that's not a neutral thing or whatever. And then he was like, no, we're going to do it on Monday at 5 p.m. Come down to the studio. I'm logging off for Shabbat or whatever like that. And I'll see you Monday or some shit.
He not coming. She not coming.
And everyone was tweeting in the comments like, doesn't make any sense to do that. And I guess like the other co-owner of Daily Wire, he was just like, okay, they'll find an independent studio that won't be done on Daily Wire. You don't want it on Daily Wire? Cool. You don't want it to be paid for us by us? Cool. You pay for it. You're rich and all that stuff.
That's what he said?
Yeah, not Ben Shapiro, but the other guy.
You pay for it. You're rich. Pay for it, bro. This is just cameras and microphones. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I think they're going to hold. I mean, because those two on the debate is going to do numbers.
We've been wanting to see this forever.
That's going to be good. So I think they're going to do something offline because currently Candace is in London right now. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to that. But yep, appreciate y'all rocking out with us. We will see you beautiful
Now
people
you can
next
put that in
time.
all.
I go by the name of Animated Mel. We have Chris James in the building with us. And of course, we have Stephen Michaels.
Your boy.
Who already checked out.
Your boy.
And we'll see you beautiful people next time.
Bye-bye.